In this video, I show you exactly how I set up the checkout page for a self-liquidating funnel coming from a front-end offer with the order bump and the upsell. And there are things that I do there that I haven't seen many people do, that we've done for months, for years, that produced us so many sales that you can benefit from with just a few tweaks on the Kajabi checkout. This is going to be a complete walkthrough on how I think when I set up the funnel. You don't need to have additional software like Thrivecart, ClickFunnels, any of that. I'm using pure Kajabi out of the box, as simple as possible, so that you can do it too. If you're ready, let's get on it.
We are back in Kajabi, and now I need to link up all of this beautiful call to action to an actual checkout page to make people buy what I promised on the landing page. I've got multiple options here. Like if I click on any of these call to actions, under call to action, I've got multiple options. I can send people to a landing page, to a checkout page, or to a URL. The one thing that is fairly new in Kajabi, it's the pop-up checkout, which initially was my go-to option, but then I checked how it looked and I wasn't quite convinced. I'm going to show you what it looks like. If you select pop-up option and then go for the actual offer that you want to sell, that's it. It's super simple to set it up. That's it. It's done. If I save and preview it, what it does, it doesn't bring you to a new page. It stays within the page, but it also screws up the order bump, which I'm going to show you in a second. It's all messy. I added a bit of a custom code here, so you see that it's all broken up. What you would do if you were to do it yourself, you would have just a little square with just a title and some text for the order bump, which I believe is not good enough if we want to have something a bit more graphic like this. So the pop-up checkout wasn't cutting it for me, so I didn't use it. Let me revert the change to a URL. So I'm using the default Kajabi checkout URL for the simple fact that if I go to a checkout page, sometimes the domain name at the top of the page changes to the Kajabi one, and I don't want that. I want to make sure that it stays within my domain, profitabletalents.com. This is the right checkout. I'm going to save. And now let's go to the checkout and see how we link everything up for this funnel to be complete. Here I am in my sales page settings. So as you can see, there's no product attached to it, basically because I don't want to waste a product just for a simple PDF and a couple of automations. I'm going to create a landing page with all of my resources in there, and I'm going to link it with an automation. So when people buy this offer, they're going to be reverted back to the page of resources where I put everything. So they immediately access the content. But also I want to send them the links to everything that they purchased via email. So I've created a email automation that goes out. It says, brilliant, thanks for buying it. Here's how to access it. So they have it on record. Another thing that I've promised was the 10-day email course on how to actually write the sales page using the framework. And so I already have an email sequence for that. So when they purchase this offer, I want them to be subscribed to this email sequence so they will start receiving emails right away. And that's it in terms of automations. Let's have a look at the actual checkout and how I dealt with the order bump. So if I edit checkout, you see that I kept this page incredibly simple. There are a few things that I do here. I always have a banner that says checkout because sometimes we don't really know what we click on, and if we don't sometimes specify that this is a checkout page, people don't realize it. So I always like to have a banner that says checkout. This is me being OCD, but it's always worked so far. And instead of pasting all of the content from the sales page, I just want to summarize everything that they're going to get so that in one single block, they can see the title of the offer and what's included all in the same spot and with the price right underneath it. I like to use security checkout badges and all of that because I want people to understand that this is a safe website, and this stuff it's just a little help for the logical mind to understand that this website is safe. But here's how I dealt with the order bump.
Before we continue with the walkthrough, I just wanted to let you know that if you are thinking about adopting Kajabi to grow your online business and you want to double your trial period, I have an affiliate link where not only you get double the trial period, but you also get bonuses on how you set up your account, template for your sales pages so you can get out and making money as soon as possible. This at no extra cost to you at all. If you're interested and you want to start building with me with this video with Kajabi, check the link in the description box below.
So if I go to order bump, of course I needed to create a specific offer for the template order bump, which is a special offer. I gave 2 Kajabi templates for sales pages for only $69, which is a great deal, considering that I'm selling them for 170 on my website. And this is a test at the moment because it's fairly difficult to show people the templates in such a small space. That's why I needed at least a little bit of space to show what's included, a little preview of what the templates are going to look like. And also because Kajabi is not fantastic in the way you can customize your checkout page, people don't really know where to click to add it to the order, because this box is literally what they need to click if they want to add the order bump to their order, which is, if I didn't have this graphic and this arrow pointing at it, it would be very difficult for them to understand. For instance, if I remove the code for a second, you can write something here. But that's pretty much it. Like, it's not very sexy. So I wanted to pimp it up a bit. And that's what I landed on. This is what I use for all of the checkout pages that we've had in the Lazy Dancer Tips world. And for low ticket products like this, I really like to make it stand out, because in a slow funnel, economics is the foundation of everything. If I don't sell my order bump for $69, it's a $69 hit on the average order value, which I cannot sustain in terms of, if I want to run ads, I cannot just leave off the $9 front-end offer. So this order bump is crucial for me to work. That's why I want to put as much effort as I can to pimp it up and make sure that people understand the value of it graphically, and so they can access it if they want to. There is one thing though, you need to create your own image, and it has got to be a specific resolution, 541 pixel by 268 pixels. And I used Premiere to create this GIF. You can use any software you want. As long as the resolution is that, then you can come in and write this stuff inside the text box yourself. The code is just for you to have that image as a background for this text code. We're going to put the code in the description box below, and you can copy and paste it and pimp up your order bump as well. You know, the point here is like stopping the viewer from, what they're doing just because there is an additional thing here. And you want to be as concise as possible, because you cannot have a full-on landing page on an order bump. It's just like what it is, what it does, and how much it is, and how they can get it. This is how simple it needs to be, because you don't want to interrupt the buying process too much. You just want to make sure that you add something that is complementary to what they just purchased. If this order bump is not complementary to this offer, it's not going to sell at all. And in this case, I have a sales page framework with all the things to create a sales page. For me, in my mind, I might be wrong, but if you are a Kajabi user and you're not a designer and you want to some help in getting your sales page out in the open as soon as possible, you would benefit from a template that you can just drag and drop in your Kajabi account and copy and paste your sales copy like I did in the previous videos. So I just want to offer that at a special offer, $69 instead of $170. I think it's a great deal. It's a test. I'm going to put it there and see what happens. Now let's move on the upsell.
If your offers don't convert or you feel like you are secretly wanting to quit your business for one reason or another, it's mainly because of three reasons. It's either a misalignment in your offer, in your audience, or in your architecture. And if you don't know what the heck I'm saying here, it's trust me on this. We've been through it, we've been struggling, simplified our business, our offers, and our messaging to talk to the right people, and then our offers started to convert. So if you want to self-evaluate which of the three elements might be misaligned in your business, I created a quiz. It's quite fun. You can do it in less than 2 minutes, and it's in the link in the description box below.
If I go back, here's another place where I did a little bit of trickery in terms of hack things into place. Again, Kajabi is not the best platform for checkouts, but honestly, we've sold more than $1 million with it. So I don't know, people are complaining about lack of customizations, but we've always worked around problems. And I'd rather have everything under one umbrella and keep everything simple than spend time connecting things like Thrivecart or ClickFunnels and all that stuff, that it's going to be additional cost to you and additional problems if things don't work and you need to debug. So let's use Kajabi just out of the box. This is the upsell section. And as you can see, I've added a special offer. This workshop here is on my website for $300. This one-time offer is for $250, so you save $50. The idea for this offer is because when you have your sales page written, when you have your sales page actually designed and ready to launch in Kajabi, you need to launch. You need to know how to launch it. So this workshop, I think, is very valuable for the intent of what the front-end offer, the type of people that the front-end offer attracted. But here's what I did. I'm going to preview it for you. When people buy the front-end offer, this is what they will see before the end of the purchase. Wait, don't close this page. Your order is not yet complete. And I've added this loading bar because I think visually it immediately explains that you're not done yet. And even if people don't read the text, this will do the job. I have a special offer for you available with this purchase only. And because I didn't want to have a long sales page here again because people don't want to read, I just picked up my phone and I shot a video. A 2 minutes video that explains the value that's inside this workshop. And the video says exactly this.
Hi friend, congratulations on your sales page fix, but your order is not yet complete because there is something I wanted to offer to you because I know how hard it is to have a great offer, writing a sales page that speaks like you and wants to connect to your prospects in the right way. But then when we end up selling it, we don't know how to launch. And Alessia and I have been struggling with launching since the beginning because even if you have a big audience and you don't know how to launch your product properly, you may fall flat and you start doubting yourself, doubting your offer, doubting your pricing, and I don't want that to happen to you. The reason why I'm here is because I want to offer you a workshop that we did a few months ago where we explain our technique on how we launch using a paid event, not a free event, so that you can not only leverage a lead generation event that'll bring in many people to look at what you can offer to them, but also gives you a very nice, simple, easy way for you to sell whatever offer you have. You have your sales page, you have a great offer, your offer stack and the funnel is already taken care of because of the resources that you're about to access, but the launch is the next step. So if you want to have your launch covered as well in terms of how to organize the event, how to plan for your content to direct people to the right thing, how to deliver it, right? Whether it's a paid event or a free event, I get you everything you need to organize yourself and launch as soon as possible with the least amount of effort as possible. Because we know big launches are very exhausting. If you are in online creation space, you know how difficult they are. This launch is different in a way that doesn't require you to plan 3 months ahead. It's like very easy to run and super effective in terms of conversions. If you want to add it to your order, just click the link below and I'll see you inside.
Then underneath the video, I just put the summarized version of what they get. I try to make this offer as irresistible as possible as well, in terms of how can I make them perceive that this is extremely valuable for them if they want to launch. Value proposition offer. Find the perfect topic, title, and price for your workshop that's easy to deliver and a no-brainer for your prospects. Promotional calendars. Gain a clear action plan for the few moving parts that needs to be built, including the promotional content calendar. Evergreen strategy. How to leverage the workshop replay as an asset for future automatic sales and promotions. Templates. Actual example of posts, emails, landing pages for you to take as reference and model. Access to the recording of the workshop and the resources, plus 2 bonuses. 1 extra training on how to structure a 60-90-minute workshop that convert clients. Bonus 2 extra training on how to write a 7-day onboarding email sequence to convert free leads into paying customers. During the workshop, you'll actively work on your low-ticket workshop and plan your next client acquisition event. And here I give a little guarantee as well. If at the end of the workshop you believe it's not worth $250, I will give you a full refund, no question asked. For this type of low-ticket products, I'm fully confident giving a refund because there's no reason taking people's money if they don't find value in what you offer. So I'm pretty confident, though, that they'll find immense value in it, so the guarantee is just a cherry on top. $250 instead of $300. Yes, please, add it to my order. The upsell module is not exactly customizable. So in order to get this in the way that you see it right now, I had to do a little bit of trickery. And I'm going to show you how I did it. So if I go back to the upsell and I click on it, as you can see, the title has got some code on it. You have to know that all of these text boxes, they accept basic HTML. So what I did, I went into an HTML editor and I put together the code that I wanted with the image that I wanted, headline text where I wanted, in order to have the result that you've seen before. Now, the only thing you need to do, I can copy and paste this code in the description box below, but you'll have to create your own loading bar. I'm pretty sure you can find some GIF on the internet or creating your own, maybe from Canva, I don't know. As long as you can have a file that you can link here somewhere, you are golden. Just copy and paste this code and your upsell will look like this. This is the funnel completed, but then there's something that I discovered after I've started having some sales, because I've already promoted it organically on my social media, and a few people bought it already, including the upsell. So that's great news for me. It means that the upsell makes sense, as I mentioned before. What I discovered is that the templates are very hard to evaluate whether they're a good purchase or not, because if you don't have a preview of the template, it's very hard to understand if they're going to be useful for you or not from just this order bump here. So what I did to let's say save the sale, I've added in the resources page. So for example, if you buy the resource, this is what you get. You get a video that explains how to use this, then the framework plus the framework, and all of this series put here nicely. But also I've added the order bump explained here in a much better way. For example, the templates now, you can see the preview from here. So this is the feminine, this is the masculine. It's the same exact template, but with different flavors. And I want to show you in a way that it's live. You can navigate it. You can see how that works in your computer. You see all of the sections that have been pre-made for you so that you can choose which one you want to use for your story, for the glorious offers. As you can see, I've got one version, I've got a second version. And tweak and change anything you need in a way that matches your brand and your intent. This is the masculine, exactly the same template, but with different graphics, colors, pictures, which you can completely change. These templates are updatable within Kajabi. There's no custom coding needed at all. I did it on purpose because I didn't want to maintain this templates. I don't want to create a side hustle within the hustle that I already have. So this stuff should really be done and dusted for me, but also should be very useful for my customers and clients as well. So this is a way that I found that even if you didn't buy the templates before because you weren't sure they were for you, there is another chance for you that once you buy the front end offer, you can evaluate and see if they are for you and buy right there. I did not increase this price because on the website they're sold for $170. No one in the right mind would buy those if they already have access to the sales page fix, because they can just pay again $9 for the front end offer and get this for $69 as well. So I just want to be fair and say, I offered this for this much. This is still there for you just because you bought the front end offer. And of course, I put a call to action if people want to work with us closer at the bottom of the page. When they're working on stuff and they feel like they need additional support, I want them to know where to look into. So this product is, of course, an invaluable resource for anybody that need a sales page fix, but is also a lead generation for my business as well, which is, of course, what I plan to do anyway. I'm inviting you to think about how you can structure products like this. They're not just created for the sake of profit and money, but they're also a specific asset for your business, where they can become lead generation, paid lead generation assets that you can scale with ads.
This funnel is already selling organically and I'm getting great feedback from it. I'm gonna keep tweaking the parts based on the data that I'll gather in the future. The next step for me would be to try and experiment with ads. I have no idea how to run ads. I've never done ads myself, but I feel like it's a fun project to me. So for the next episode, I'm gonna try and see if I can summarize my journey experimenting with ads, what I find, how I keep costs down, how do I keep conversion up, and I'll keep referring to this series so that you know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. As soon as the next episode is ready, it's gonna be linked right here.